For Grant, a 1-0 defeat. Your thoughts after that?
I thought the performance was good. Newport are a tough team to play against, and 3 big centre halves, and they don't mess around with the ball too much. It goes forward, and I thought for the majority, probably from the 10 minutes in, I think they started quite bright. We were in control, created really good chances that we should score. It's as simple as that. We should score. I've spoke to you before about goals that we concede and errors that we make for goals that goals go in. But today, we should be 3-0 up. They're chances that we just can't miss. And I said that to the players down there. I said, this is a disappointing day for us because the performance. You can keep your heads held high in terms of the performance, but ultimately, look, we need to take the chances to make it into a really good performance and a good win. But we didn't do that.
Could you see them scoring at any point? I can't think of anything Lewis Jones has had to do.
Look, they've got good players. The front two can score goals. Evan's one of the leading goal scorers in the league, so you've always got to be wary. But it's just lapses, and vital moments is doing us. And that's both ends of the pitch. We got to take a chance. We had numerous chances at Harrogate the other week where at one each, and we had chances to go 2-1 up, 3-1 up, 4. We don't do it, and then we concede. So. We got to take the positives out of the performance, that's for sure. And I said that to the players. I said the performance was good. With 3 debuts on the pitch today, all done really well. So you can see they're going to help us and improve us going forward. Obviously, Connor came on right at the end as well. So it could have been very easily a different day for us if them chances that we had and opportunities that we should score. It's simple as that. I'm not going to say on another day that we should score them chances. And the game looks different. Overall,
do you think then you should have won the game or at least taken a point from it?
We certainly shouldn't have lost it. I think overall we were the better team. I know Graham, he'll probably come in here and say he's done a turn on us and things like that, but at the end of the day, we can't. With the chances we've created there, particularly in the first half, and then the good chance in the second half, they've got to go in. They have to score in them moments, and particularly when you're on top.
Did you feel, I think you've just alluded to it, with them doing a job on you, that they were trying to take all the momentum out of the game? There was just a point, I think about 70 minutes, it seemed like Rovers were getting right on top and forcing the issue, and then players are either going down or deliberating over throwing, whatever it may be.
I've got no problems with that. I really don't. That's just the nature of football. That's the way people go about it. Some managers do that. Don't know whether that was a tactic today, whether it was genuine. It is what it is, That's just called managing the game, and that's just experience, really. I'm more aggrieved, really, that we didn't take those opportunities we created today. I think our performance levels were good. We passed the ball well. We were controlled. We got into good areas, and just that last bit was missing.
The passing seemed, I don't know how or why, but crisper today. It looked like the players like Craig and like Waters came in and kind of looked after it a bit more.
Yeah, Matty Craig is a sensational player, midfield player, and that's his first start for us today, and I thought he was excellent. Takes the ball, handles the ball, can run forward. We want to add goals to his game. I think that's something we can definitely help him with and getting him in position to score. Predominantly used as a number 6 at Tottenham, but as you've seen today, we moved him as an 8. Jay McGrath, first class debut, in terms of what he had to do. You can see he's aggressive, calm on the ball, got a lovely diag in him, competes. Set one of the chances up in the first half with dropping a ball down in the middle of the goal. And Billy, obviously, look, that's his first start for 4 or 5, first league start for 4 or 5 months, maybe longer. So there was always in the back of my mind to maybe get him 60, 65, 70 minutes today. But you can see, at least once he gets sharper and more games, he's going to be a real live wire for us.
McGrath in particular caught the eye with just his kind of robustness, really. He's going to be a fan's favourite, isn't he?
Yeah, Jay's a good player, and he's a young lad. He's 19 or 20 years of age. He's got lots of development to go and learning to go. Left-footed centre halves are very hard to come by, and we've got our own here, in terms of that we can develop with, and he can grow with us, and I think he'll only get better.
Just finally on the game, were there moments in which you were kind of cursing your luck a little bit? I'm thinking back to that Ironside turn and swivel when it's the keeper knows nothing about it. It's hit him on the shoulder and then hit the crossbar. I mean, just some days they go in and you're on your way, and then others they don't.
That's a good save from the goalkeeper. I'm probably on about more opportunities we had in the second half with things flash past and we don't quite get our touch right, and it goes out for a goal kick and things like that. Like Joe's done well. It was a great move, great pass from Molyneux, and good strike, and keeper sort of way deflected it under the crossbar. Yeah, look, it was one of them days. I'm not getting too disheartened by the performance. I don't like losing, as you know. My players are a little bit down in the dumps in there, but we've picked them up. We've told them to get their heads up. The performance is good, and it has been for the last 4 or 5 games, or 4 games anyway. The performance levels have been good, but what we've got out of them 4 games is 1 win and a draw and 2 defeats. So we need to try and turn the tide on that now.
Neither of your fullbacks, Sterry or Senior, involved today. Why was that?
Little slight knocks they've got. I don't imagine they'll be out for too long. But yeah, they might be missing today. We'll see where they are for next week.
Are you looking to give a few players a run out on Tuesday, or is that a game that you're looking at thinking, you know why not? It's there for the taking. Well,
look, it's a next game for us. We're at home. I think it's important we try and get a win and get into the next round. That's our aim is to try and go as far as we can in this competition, and we know it'll be a tough game. Wigan, I've got a good squad, so we'll pick as strong a team as we possibly can. Matty Craig is cup tied, playing with it for Tottenham. I think Billy might be cup tied, and Big O suspended. So we'll have a look at the who's fit, who's available for the game on Tuesday.
And finally, no Mo Fowl today. What's the latest with him?
Mo's going to go back to West Brom. Happened really quickly, really. I spoke to Mo 2-3 weeks ago, just before or after the Peterborough game, where I thought he was excellent and scored a good goal. I spoke to Mo in my office and just said, look, we'd love to keep you here for the rest of the season, keep developing you, keep working with you. I think we can add a bit more moving and running in behind into your game, because we know you're good at holding it, but can we add this bit to your game? And he was like, yeah, I don't want to be moved. Look, I might as well tell you a true story. I don't want to move. It happened to me last January, where I came back from West Brom and I didn't play. He was scoring goals at Fylde. I said, great. Thursday, we get a phone call. Well, I got 3 or 4 phone calls from his agent, wondering what was going on. So Thursday night, I'm out with my family. I speak to Mo on the Friday. I said, look, what's happening? Missed calls from your agent. He said, I want to leave. And I said, okay. I said, fine. Take it you're going to League One. He didn't answer. But look, it's part and parcel of football, and it actually happened all really poorly, in my opinion, because I said, look, fine, if you're leaving, then I don't want you to train today if your heart's not here at our football club. And he just walked out. So it's really, I'm really disappointed how it's happened and how he's been guided. Particularly if he goes to another League 2 club. I think, for me, he needs to be developing himself. West Brom, I know I spoke to them. They're disappointed with it. They were happy for him to stay here. But such is football. We move on. Like I say, the team is more important than any individual, and that's a fact. There's nobody in this change room that's bigger than any of the team.